all 4 ingredients, and that's the Peter Austin brewing process we use here at Shipyard Brewing Company.
Cool.
All right, let's check this out.
Yep. Welcome to Shipyard Brewing Company, where every day our brewers take great pride handcrafting Shipyard's award-winning line of world-class ales. It's a busy place. Come on in. Take an inside look at Shipyard.
Shipyard is a family-run Maine business that is committed to making world-class beer that people from Maine and away will love. Shipyard means to me quality, it means to me passion of the people that we work with, a quality product from Maine.
I love the creative element of my job. Make it fun, make it interesting. It keeps things young, keeps it invigorated, and hopefully it keeps me young. Beer it's like a common denominator for all people. It's the great socializer, so that makes it fun.
Great beer! Great beer!
All our beer is handmade from recipes developed by master brewer Alan Pugsley, one of the most influential people in the craft brewing industry. It's easy to name almost anyone in American craft brewing and connect them back to British-born Pugsley. He trained at the world-renowned Ringwood Brewery in Hampshire, England, with Peter Austin, the grandfather of the craft brewing movement.
I came to America in 1986 to really introduce the Peter Austin brick kettle brewing system and produce traditional English-style ales in America, and initially up here in New England. I met Fred in December of 1991 to look at the space in Kennebunk, which became Federal Jack's brew pub, and he hired me as a consultant in January of '92 to build a 7-barrel brewing system in Kennebunk.
Shipyard began in 1992 at Federal Jack's Restaurant and Brew Pub in world-famous Kennebunkport, Maine. Shipyard's quality brews quickly took on a life of their own, and Fred and Alan soon found they had to expand the brewery. Moving to Portland, Shipyard's new, larger brewery was built on the historic site where American poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow was born back in 1807. Today, Shipyard has grown into Maine's largest brewery and continues to expand.
The goal is to continue to make world-class beers, being very strong in Maine and New England, growing in Florida and growing in other locations around the country. So if somebody wants a Shipyard in their hometown, all they have to do is ask for it. And now with our distribution network, we can get it there.
Keep up with us at shipyard.com and join the Shipyard Ale Society to get all the latest and greatest news from the brewery. From our latest brews to events to what's happening at all of our family of businesses. From the Shipyard Brew Pub in Elliott to the award-winning Federal Jack's Restaurant and Brew Pub in Kennebunkport. From the picturesque inn on Peaks Island on Casco Bay to the Sea Dog Brew Pubs and their unique waterfront locations in Topsom and Bangor, and the newest location in South Portland near the Main Mall. And during the winter, the Shipyard Brew House at Sunday River and Sugarloaf, USA. Don't forget to check out our signature line of wearables and collectibles at our gift shops in Portland and Kennebunkport. Hats, shirts, glassware, and more, all featuring your favorite Shipyard brands. It's your chance to sport your Shipyard pride.
The most important things we do at the Shipyard Brewing Company is to produce world-class, consistent beer. And so we strive for consistency every day at every brew.
Shipyard ales are crafted one batch at a time using 4 basic ingredients: malted barley, hops, water, and yeast. Malted barley gives beer its flavor and color. Our barley comes from Britain for a better, more authentic English-style ale. Hops give beer its bitterness and aroma. At Shipyard, we use hops from the Pacific Northwest and England, depending on the recipe. Water is the main ingredient in beer, and here in Portland, Maine, our water comes from Sebago Lake. The 4th ingredient is yeast, which converts sugar into alcohol and CO2. Malted barley, hops, water, and yeast. Seems basic enough, right? Here is how we combine them at Shipyard. Treated water called hot liquorback is heated in tanks. Then we put the malted barley from England into a mill that cracks the grain open. Next, the barley is fed into a vat called a mash tun, where it's mixed with the heated and treated water of the hot liquor vat. Here, the starches in the barley are converted into sugars by enzymes present in the malted barley, making a sweetened liquid called wort. The wort is then pumped into 2 brew kettles where a fire underneath boils the liquid. Hops come next, which are added for bitterness. And unique to the Shipyard Brewing system is the hop percolator, where we soak whole aromatic leaf hops to create a hop tea, which enhances flavor and aroma. The boiled wort is then dropped by gravity into the whirlpool tank where trub separates out, leaving a bright, clear wort. This and the hop tea are then cooled via a heat exchange to 68 degrees and transferred to a fermenting vessel. Fermentation comes next. Here, yeast turns the sugars into alcohol. At Shipyard, we use the renowned Ringwood yeast from England. Three days later, the fermentation process is complete. The ale then sits maturing for 4 days, after which it is sent to the conditioning tanks for the finishing touches: aging, cold filtration, and carbonation. Start to finish, 8 days.
I still brew on about an every other week basis at this point in time. It's definitely still the best part of the job, getting out there and getting the hands dirty and making beer.
Next, it's time to bottle it. At our Portland brewery, we can fill 159 bottles per minute. Then we label them, pack them up, and ship them out all across the United States. You can find our beer from California to Florida, and even in Sweden.
We're very lucky. Shipyard is becoming a national brand. You can get Shipyard at any major retailer in New England, grocery store or liquor store, and also some of the national chains that are found in California and Florida.
At the end of the brewing process, Shipyard has a bevy of brews. A lot of care goes into each one. We pride ourselves on the consistency and freshness of our award-winning ales. Our flagship is Export Ale, a full-bodied Canadian-style golden ale. Shipyard IPA, made with the Fuggles hop, is dry and crisp and is sure to satisfy any IPA enthusiast. Old Thumper is an extra special English bitter created at the Ringwood Brewery in England and brewed in the U.S. under license solely by Shipyard. Chamberlain Pale Ale is a classic English-style pale ale. Shipyard Light Ale is a true light ale with a soft golden color and a good, clean taste. Bluefin Stout is a dark and creamy traditional Irish-style stout. Shipyard also offers a full line of seasonal ales, including Pumpkinhead Ale for the fall. When the snow flies, it's Prelude Special Ale. And when winter is over, Shipyard Summer Ale, an American wheat-style ale, is there to greet the season. The Pugsley's Signature Series creates bigger beers on a limited availability basis. Porters, IPAs, and barley wines. Each season, it's something new. One of our most popular packages is the Captain's Collection, a fresh selection of our seasonal and year-round specialties. We're also proud to offer handcrafted Captain Eli's soda, made with natural cane sugar and caffeine-free. Root beer, ginger beer, blueberry, lemon lime, fruit punch, orange, and strawberry pop are all available. You are in for a treat. Our Captain Eli's draft van is available for promotions and select events. While you're sipping an Eli's, check out the undersea adventures of Captain Eli graphic novel series at CaptainEli.com.
Stand by for adventure.
There's no limit to the creativity and the quality of the Shipyard's brewing lineup. Take some time to stop and taste any one of our fantastic brews. You'll taste why Shipyard Brewing Company is excellence in brewing.